Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Hamaji, and today we're going to be reacting to some more custom keyboards. So usually I react to your custom keyboards that you guys submit via my Discord server, discord.gg/Hamaji. But this time I used my social media internet powers and I contacted my favorite custom keyboard content creators, or at least the ones that would reply. And I've asked all of them one simple question. What is your favorite custom keyboard that you currently own, and why is it your favorite? All right, so let's get started. All right, so the first keyboard comes from Andy Nguyen. Nguyen. I'm sorry.
Nguyen.
So he mainly streams custom keyboard builds on Twitch, but he also uploads sound tests and other videos of him talking about keyboards on YouTube. Super cool guy. Let's take a look.
So I was asked by Hamaji to talk about my favorite board. It's actually the Polaris. This is an E-White windkeyless variant, and I have it built with Gateron Ink Black V1s on palm half,
choice.
and it just sounds so creamy. And the feel is so comfortable. It's bouncy. The front height's not too bad. The typing angle is pretty comfortable. Ooh, AL3, the designer, does not miss. That's why it's my favorite board.
All right, thank you. Man, you gotta love the enthusiasm in that. He was like, creamy. Alright, so the keyboard is an E-White Polaris, which looks really clean and is also paired with this really nice white and blue keycap set. The switches are Gateron Ink Blacks. I'm pretty sure they're lubed and filmed, so I'm gonna say 205 G0. The one thing that really interests me about this board is the palm half plate. I've never used a palm or half plate, so I'm really interested to see how it sounds. From what I know, it has this very poppy sound to it, and because it's a half plate, it has a more flexible typing experience. So the sound is more even, at least from what I've heard. I love the recording quality. Immediately, it just hits, just so clean. It has like a little bit of a high pitchedness to it, but at the same time, that thockiness and that deep sound signature from the black inks like starts to show the more you type. Like there's a little bit of a thock at the end of the keystroke, which is super nice. The spacebar is super subtle as well. It's like clean. It just like goes down really gently. I like it. Clean modifiers. The alt is a bit hollow. The left alt. That's the only thing I can really point out. Other than that, it sounds so clean. Look at that flex. All right. So overall, the board sounds extremely clean. There is, again, like I was talking about, that balance of that a little bit of like clackiness or high pitch, and that lower pitch from the Gateron Black Ink sort of comes together and makes this really nice sounding board. Again, visually, I think this keyboard looks absolutely stunning. The cable is also really nice, and the desk mat pairs really nicely with that deep blue and white combo. Only thing is maybe the cable could be fully white. I don't know, just a suggestion. That's like very extra. But this is a great example of Andy's expertise with keyboards coming into play because it just sounds really good. All right, so next up we have Glarses. Now he didn't submit a video like I asked, and instead he sent a PDF file for me to read titled Glarses Keyboard. All right, I have to read this in full apparently. To be read word for word by the entity known as Hamaji. I got this keyboard from ghostkeyboards.com. A few weeks earlier, I saw that PewDiePie was releasing a mechanical keyboard in collaboration with the aforementioned Ghost Keyboards. And after hearing him describe and type on the keyboard, I knew I had to have it. I had finally found my end game. I rushed to my wallet, took out my credit card, and mashed in my numbers on my now defunct custom TKL into the checkout. This is a cry for help. I'm being held against my will to use this keyboard, please. A few weeks later, I saw random Frank P review the PewDiePie board, reminding me that my endgame board was still out there. Hopeful, I checked the website again, and oh joy, the keyboard was available. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and my pride and joy, the Ghost Keyboards A1 PewDiePie board was mine. Wow. Written like a true poet. Alright, so the specs of the keyboard: alu case, alu plate, built with the most epic gamer double shot PBT PDP edition keycaps, stock Cherry MX Browns, the best stock plate mount stabs lubed as per the description. Like even if it was worth like $30 US, I would not buy this. I don't like these harsh colors on my keyboard, and I don't get the whole wavy thing. Like it looks like I'm just tripping when I'm looking at it. It's just not nice at all. The logo looks great on the escape key. Nice artisan, you know? That is me right now, honestly. I think the red bra mat goes perfect with this keyboard because it just summarizes the energy that This keyboard radiates. Okay, let's listen to the sound test. Oh. So what you listened to was a keyboard worth 230 US dollars. That is disgusting. It sounds so pingy. The stabilizers are complete doo-doo. The keycaps, again, just look... I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say, Glarses. Like, why do you send this? I don't... It stresses me out. I don't know what... Alright, so the next custom keyboard comes from HipyoTech, and he mainly reviews budget boards over on his YouTube channel, and that may change in the near future, but he makes some really dope content, and I really like his style. So let's take a look at his custom keyboard.
Well, howdy hey, it's HipyoTech, and my daily driver is the Idobao ID80 Crystal. The ID80 was one of my favorite budget boards, so when I got the ID80 Crystal for review, you best believe it's my daily driver. Anyways, as a proud member of the Linear Gang, I run this bad boy with Gateron Milky Yellows that have been lubed and filmed, of course, and Infinity Cafe keycaps.
Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at the parts again. So it's a gasket mounted 75%, Gateron Milky Yellow switches, lubed and filmed, good. And lubed Durock V2 stabs, also a really good choice with Infinity Cafe keycaps. Alright, so visually this keyboard looks really nice. It's not like one of the brightest keyboards where it just stands out. It's really subtle. It's just like a nice minimal board. It looks simple. It has a very calm tone, and I like that. I think it's a really nice change of pace from a lot of the keyboards I've been looking at recently. You don't want to go with something that is too bright and will take away from the whole like transparent aesthetic. I think it's just really nice and simple. So I actually have the Idobao ID80 V1, and this had a little bit more of a hollow sound, and even in Hipyo's review, he talks about the Crystal Edition and the V2 fixing that hollow sound. But at the same time, because this case is made of acrylic, it can't achieve that same depth of sound as it would with a metal case where the sound just translates a little better. So yeah, in terms of sound, it's definitely not for me, but the board itself looks amazing. I'm sure it feels amazing, and it's larger than 60%, so it's super practical. I think overall, this is just a great board, so good job. I don't know why I'm saying good job. You probably know what you're doing. I'm sorry. Alright, so next custom keyboard comes from Manoli Visuals. And I actually first found him from TikTok, and then I found him on Twitch and some other platforms. And he has a lot of experience with building keyboards, like way more than me. So I'm really excited to see what he has with him. Alright, so the keyboard itself is a Protozoa Studios P01. The plate material is brass. Keycaps are GMK Darling with Tiny Make Stings Scorpio Artisan. Switches are Durock Moss switches. I've never heard of that. Lube is 205G0 with 105G0 on springs. Switch films are TX 0.125 films, and stabilizers are Durock V2s. This is a very bright looking keyboard. It's not something I would ever use. I'm more of like a dark gray, purple, blue, you know, like the farthest I would probably go is like this, like 8008, where it's still kind of subtle. It's very bright, and the desk mat as well just feels like I'm looking at a grandma's keyboard. I mean, yeah, overall it looks absolutely stunning. I've never seen the Protozoa Studios keyboard. It looks phenomenal. I really like how it shows some of the internals on the top. I think that's super unique. That's on the Discipline 65, I believe. Let's hear how it sounds. Oh, look at that. Wow. Damn. I like this. Okay. Very crisp sound. I like how clear the sound is with the board. Like every keystroke is really clear. It's not muddled or mushy or anything. Just clean strokes. You can definitely tell that the brass is making a huge effect on the sound, and it's sort of elevating the pitch a little bit higher. But that space bar sounds amazing. Super clean. Just no rattle at all. I love it. Ooh. Damn, that's spacebar, man. Some great stabilizer work. Nice, man. That is a great sounding board. When he presses down the individual switches, you can start to hear the weight of the board. Like if you wear headphones, you can hear the bass just like as it like presses down. So yeah, overall, this is an amazing board. Like it looks really well done. It looks stunning. The keycaps and the desk mat and the cable. No, it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I can respect it. It looks great. It's really bright and vibrant. I don't know if I could, use this. Overall, Manoli, great stuff. Alright, so next custom keyboard comes from Squashy Boy, my Southeast Asian bro. We came into custom keyboards around the same time and we've both been learning, so it's really interesting seeing his progress along with mine. He makes some really funny videos as well. So let's take a look at his keyboard.
Alright, so this is a really fast recording for Hamaji and I don't even have my mic, so I'm just gonna use the computer mic. So how I got this keyboard? It was built with all aftermarket keyboard parts. Yeah, it's not cheap. It totaled around 1,000 Sing dollars, so I put it up as 1,000 Sing dollars when it was actually around 700 USD, clickbait. And yeah, I like it. Holy pandas inside. They're looped with Cartox 205 grade 0. The case, the polycarbonate case is really nice, and so why is it my main keyboard? Well, it's a bit too expensive to give away, and plus I gave away all the other keyboards I have, so it's the only keyboard I have now.
He gave away all the other boards, even I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I like it a lot, it's pretty nice. You got the GMK Olivia's, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. So yeah, good luck Hamaji for...
Honestly, that was me a few weeks ago when I was looking at some new builds on Alright, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Alright, so his keyboard is a KBD67 V2 Mark II Ink Black polycarbonate, and it comes with a brass plate. And he also has Duroc V2 stabilizers, which is a really good choice. His switches are Holy Pandas loop with 205G0, which is really interesting to me. For tactile switches like Holy Pandas, I would normally use 204G0 or anything lighter, because 205G0 is quite a thick lube. So I would usually save it for linears, but it comes down to preference. Wildcat makes a ton of keyboards and he prefers having Holy Pandas lubed with 205G0. So yeah, it just comes down to preference. But yes, GMK Olivia, I actually have the keycap set resting on my Brutal 60. It is a beautiful keycap set. I think the translucent black goes really well to GMK Olivia. It lets the white keycaps, stand out, and then as well as the sort of pink beige accents. Only thing is that the RGB is on, which is a huge mistake. Turn it off right now. It finds a nice in-between of being minimal and while having a little bit of like punch to it. I like it. Alright, so let's listen to the sound test. Okay. The switches don't sound overlubed at all, which is what I was worried about, especially with 205G0, because it's very easy to do that with a tactile. The stabilizers have a little bit of rattle, at least from what I can tell. And the brass plate, yeah, it just like brings the Holy Pandas higher. Overall, it sounds pretty good. It's just, yeah, the stabilizers need a little bit of work, maybe. Ah, the rattle! The rattle! Oh no. Oh no! That's a lot of rattle. That is a lot of rattle. Yeah, the keyboard overall sounds pretty good. A little bit high pitched for my taste, but the stabilizers could use a little bit of work. It still had quite a bit of rattle. So overall, I think the keyboard sounds great. The Holy Pandas sound amazing as well. But yeah, it's just the brass plate makes it a little bit too high pitched for me. And yeah, the stabilizers sound a little bit rattly, so I think those could use some work if I'm being honest. Alright, so next custom keyboard comes from Tiny Makes Things, and she's so cool. She's honestly like, she's the definition of the word cool. You may know her for her artisan keycaps as well as her dope Twitch streams where she raps live and builds keyboards. It's just very fun. So let's take a look.
Hi, Hamaji. I wanted to show you my favorite keyboard right now. I guess it kind of changes all the time, but it's obviously gonna be
it's so holy shit.
This food keyboard.
Oh my god.
This typing experience is like it's just beautiful. Just being able to feel all these different textures under your finger, and the thought of possibly like breaking them is totally something that I think about all the time when I type on it. This glorious donut box.
Oh, she's.
I'm just kidding. I mean, it's not meant to be typed on. My board actually that I
Oh my god, what a
that I
flex!
use right now is actually.
Dude, this is such a hard flex. What the fuck? Oh my
Make
god.
way for the this is my Chimera. All right, this is my Chimera 65 with Cat Eternal, and it has alpacas in it.
Oh my god, that's so snappy. What the? Like, if it is,
Oopsie.
look at all those parts. Is she trolling me? Dude, I think she trolled me. She's just flexing her boards. There's no sound test. Alright, so her keyboard is Canon Keys Chimera 65, and her keycaps are Cat Eternal, which look really nice, by the way. I'm guessing the plate is brass plate. Switches are alpacas, always a great linear choice. A little bit high pitch and the brass plate, so this will be sort of a very high pitched board. Overall, it looks amazing. Let's listen to the sound test again. Okay, so from the sound test, the keyboard sounds extremely snappy, which is a word I've never used to describe a keyboard, but it's so smooth, and when it bottoms out, it's just this kick to it, and I really like it. It sounds so clean. This is a dope board. Like, I really like it. I wish I could describe it, but I can't, because the sound test is like nothing. I can't even comment on the stabilizers or anything, so you know what, Tiny, this is an amazing sounding keyboard. I love it. It looks great. God damn it. Alright, so the next custom keyboard comes from Alexotos, and he is a person I look up to a lot. He takes amazing photographs of his keyboard and other parts, and he does some amazing Twitch streams. Everything he does is just so aesthetic and nice, and he's like such a cool dude. Everyone's so cool. I like all of them. So let's take a look at his custom keyboard.
This is the GeonWorks F1 8X. And I was fortunate enough to get this keyboard directly through GeonWorks. Otherwise, I believe this was exclusive to the region of Korea. So, I built this keyboard with Duroc L7s on an FR4 plate, lube with 205G0, and Desky films, and I really like it. And this is a TKL keyboard, and it's one of the better keyboards I've tried in a long time. It fits my day-to-day, it has arrow keys as well as F keys, everything you need for someone who's creative. I do like 60% as well, but this definitely suits my needs a little bit more. So this keyboard is done in navy and topped with GMK Firefly, which suits the board really nicely. And I might be biased, this has my logo engraved in it, so I really like this keyboard. And of course, we have to have a few artisans. So we have the Salvin Noir artisan, as well as some Star Wars ones. Jeez. And here's what it sounds like.
Whew. Wow. Yo. It has this pop to it, which I really, really like. Buttery smooth as well, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. I feel so relaxed watching that. Like, the sound of that was just so satisfying, where like my entire body is just like, oh my god. Okay. As the keyboard is a GeonWorks F1 8X, which is a really popular TKL custom keyboard, and I've always really wanted it. It has some amazing build quality, as you can see here. It's just an amazing board. The switches are Duroc L7 linears, which are super smooth and sound amazing, and they also have a little bit of a pop to it, which is really nice, and the FR4 plate should bring that out a little bit more. It's a very nice combo. He also has some GMK Firefly keycaps, which is actually a keycap set that I also want to get. It looks really nice, especially on the dark gray design of the F1 8X. So it's beautiful. The stabilizers are also done really well. I literally hear no rattle. It's buttery smooth. And just overall, this board is totally endgame material, honestly. I could see myself using this for a very long time. It's beautiful. It's an amazing board. So thank you, Alex. Alright, so next custom keyboard comes from Brandon Taylor, and you may know him for his tech videos as well as his custom keyboard videos. Super high quality, really nice dude, and I can't wait to see what keyboard he has. So let's take a look.
What's up guys, it's BT here, and thank you Hamaji for having me on this collaboration. My main keyboard of choice has been the Smith & Roon Iron 165. I went with the graphite color that has a silver badge at the top. I'm a sucker for those. On the bottom side, the aluminum looks so sexy along with that brass weight in the middle. And then I went with the GMK Oblivion V2. Now this is a minimal set, but it does give a little kick with colors along the mods, which I really like. So it's not all one gray tone, and this allows the wording on the mods to really pop out at you. And then linear gang, not to fear, I didn't go tactile on this board. I went with the best switches ever made. Those are the Gateron Black inks. You can quote me on that. These are filmed and lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0 lube. I think we all go into the keyboard hobby looking to be wowed, and this keyboard more than any other keyboard has wowed me, and that is why it's my main, as it's great for typing and gaming. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna let the sound test do the talking for me. Hamaji, thank you for having me on this video. Peace.
Oh, that space bar. So deep. Alright, so the keyboard itself is an Iron 165 with a brass plate. The switches are Gateron Black Inks lubed with 205G0, which is an amazing choice. You literally can't go wrong with black inks, and it always sounds really good. I don't know if it's possible to change the plate, but I probably would have changed the plate to aluminum or maybe FR4 or a palm plate like with Andy, but still looks and sounds amazing. GMK Oblivion keycaps is also a spot on choice for the Iron 165. I think it looks amazing. It blends in with a nice dark gray color scheme. I think it fits really well. It's still a little bit of rattle, just a tiny bit, and I'm not saying my stabilizers are perfect either, but just a little tiny thing, but overall still an amazing board, and I really like how it looks, and thank you so much. Alright, so those are all the keyboards I have for you today. Massive thank you to all the creators who joined in on today's video. I am so honored that they would spend the time to send a keyboard sound test and like a personalized message and all for the video. It's just so awesome, and I really, really appreciate it, and it's just an awesome feeling. All of the content creators featured in today's video are absolutely amazing, so please check out their channels. Their links will be in the description below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do consider subscribing, and if you want to support the channel, feel free to join my Discord server, discord.gg/HamajiNeo, and follow me on Twitter at HamajiNeo. Peace. Hey Google, play Despacito. Stop. Okay Google, stop. Okay Google, stop.